Yo, what's cracking, y'all? I'm just sitting out in my garage, chilling, smoking a cigar. Today I have a Casa de Garcia, Connecticut. Excuse my phone. Kind of see the wrapper. The phone is not going to focus in on that, but I got this. I got it from Kroger's, which is a grocery store. If you ain't, if you ain't somewhere that got a Kroger's. Um, I was having a stressful day at work. I did not have time to go to um, a real cigar store, and they sell a few cigars in there. And this one is like the only one that I haven't tried. So I grabbed it. It was like $5. I read some reviews on it, and one of the things that people say is it's hard to take this wrapper off. And as you can see, it is sticking like crazy. That is one of the reviews. Oh, actually, it ended up popping off, so I don't know. Maybe they did their review before they pulled it all the way off or something. But I'm again, if you've seen any of my other stuff, I've said before that I'm not, you know, I'm not a professional, so I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, this tastes like nutmeg or this tastes like uh, some sort of spice or something like that. My lighter's out of fuel, so fill it up real quick. So that's not who I am, but I can tell you that for a cheap little $5 cigar, this thing ain't bad. Some of the complaints that I seen from people were some of the complaints I seen from people were about the construction. Some people said that when they smoked their cigar, when they smoked one of these cigars, that either it hits and pulls good, or the draw is like really hard, really rough. And I must have got one of the good ones. But people say if they buy a box of these, they sell them in like boxes of 20, like on Cigar International and stuff like that. That a good 5 or 6 of them out of the box is gonna have that tough draw. But I mean, it's $5. I bought it anyway, and the one that I got is not bad. Again, I got one of the good ones. It's burning okay right now, but it has ran a little bit. I evened it back out. Um, but I mean, honestly, this cigar is smoking just as good as some of the $15 cigars. Some of the $10 cigars that I done smoked. Um, the flavor's not bad. I thought it was gonna taste like a Swisher Sweet or something. But the flavor's not bad at all. It's not burning up the back of my throat or burning up the inside of my mouth. I don't have this crazy strong taste inside my mouth. It's pretty good. I'm having a Miller Lite with it. I'm listening to some music. I stopped the music because I don't feel like putting that little copyright thing in my description to keep them from shutting down my video. So, it's a beautiful night here in Columbus, Ohio. It rained earlier, so it's not all hot and humid. I think it's about 70 degrees out, little breeze. It feels good. Perfect night to be out fishing. I got my son, though. So, it's not a night that I can go out and do no fishing. I had a rough day at work, so I figured, I get off work, smoke me a cigar, uh, have me a beer, you know what I'm saying, handle what I need to handle, taking classes, got my school out the way. And I wasn't trying to spend a whole bunch of money, and this stick, has come through. Um, I use my trusty hollow point gear cigar punch. Um, they make it from spent ammunition, so this is actually a 7.62 round. I believe it's an AK-47 round. Um, and they got the this came off of a cigar. I mean, cigar, off of a grenade pin. So this is a little loop that goes into a grenade pin. So they make stuff out of spent ammunition. It's great, but it doesn't. It did a nice little, nice little punch. I'm a little dyslexic, I guess, so it's not perfectly centered, but it does the job. Um, I honestly I've become more of a cigar punch guy than using a cutter. Um, Everything that I've smokes to me it smokes better with the punch than it does actually doing like a straight cut. So and the crown cut that everybody's into, I haven't went through the hassle of being all creative and all that shit and trying that because I can't imagine that it's gonna smoke much better than it does with the punch or with a straight cut. But to each his own. I'll try it one day. Maybe I'll if somebody want to be fancy, I'll be like, yo, I see you cut your cigar like that. Hook me up with a crown cut, and I'll try it. But yeah, again, I can't complain at all. So far, I'm happy with this cigar. It's got a nice mellow taste. Um, it's got a nice mellow taste to it. You know, Again, I'm not gonna be like it tastes like red pepper or it tastes like vanilla, but I guess it's got the creamy, the slightly creamy taste that you get from a Connecticut wrapper. Um, yeah. So if you on a budget, if you balling on a budget, if you want maybe like an entry level cigar, if you haven't smoked before, this is better than the first entry level cigar that I smoked. I went to a cigar shop and a guy gave me a cigar made by Art Deco, which wasn't bad. Now it wasn't harsh, but I told him, I said, look, I don't smoke cigars. I don't want something that's gonna burn up my mouth or have the back of my throat all itchy and scratchy. I was like, so what do you recommend? And he grabbed that Art Deco, and it was a good cigar. But if I were to point somebody to a cigar that they could try for his first cigar, this actually wouldn't be a bad choice. Um, Again, I'm really only through the first third, so that doesn't mean that things can't change. But um, I'm impressed, I guess you could say, that this cheap cigar is smoking as good as it's smoking. So that's all I got to say tonight. I'm gonna turn my music back on after the video, so I ain't got to worry about copyright infringement. But salute to y'all. Have a good night. Day, whenever you watch this video. But right now it's night, so have a good night.